Hey y'all, I'm back again reviewing Dexter's New Blood, episode 3 in season 1. So let's get into this episode of Dexter's New Blood. And I'm watching this like while it's live. So it starts out with Dexter. They still at his house doing a search party and everything. And Dexter's talking in his head like he usually does. And then he gonna say, I can't believe all these people are still on my land because I killed this little person or whatever he said. I just killed one person. It's like, sir. It's like, hold on. So he gonna say all because he made one time mistake killing that one person. Sir, you are in some Saturn return shit. Your ass is old enough to not be killing a motherfucker, right? And on top of that, you kill somebody in a small ass country ass town when nobody actually got nothing to do all motherfucking day, and the city is not Miami. So now Dexter's trying to figure out how can he get these people to leave his property, and pretty much now find out, mass body, because mass body in the last episode we saw was on that little pit thing with the fire. So yeah, let's see what Dexter gonna think or come up with. Dexter's trying to take his son to school, so while he walking over there to get his son's over here playing with this little droid robot thing with the cop and stuff. And Dexter's like, listen, I gotta take you to school. It's your first day. So then when they get ready to leave, the cop gonna stay next to Dexter's son like, you wanna wrestle? And I'm looking like, what? And Dexter looking at him like, what? And he's like, no, join a wrestling team. So he was all like trying to talk to Dexter like, it'd be a good thing join the wrestling team and all this stuff. So Dexter's just trying to run out of there because he just trying to figure out a plan or plot something to get these people off his land. So in the midst of him leaving, his girlfriend comes from the back and she tells the one cop, you need to hurry up and go back to the station because it's a break in the case. We found something that adds up to the Matt's case of him missing. So now Dexter like, okay, what's this break in the case is? Like, what did they find? So now, here come the fuckery. Oh, that teacher gave him the motherfucker stink eye. So Harrison and Dexter is at this school and they talk to the principal, and the principal's all like, I want to ask you some couple of questions. And it's like, about what? She's like, why did his GPA go from a 3.0 to 1.0? And Harrison was all like, well, my stepmother, she died. And she said, oh, she said, so that's why you had to leave Argentina and go to Miami. So she said, so she was like, so when you was in Miami, who was you with? And he said, well, I was in foster care. And she looking at Dexter like, how the fuck is he in foster care when you was the pappy? And I'm sitting here looking right at you. And Dexter looking cross-eyed. So Harrison's like, oh, it's not his fault. He couldn't get in reach with my stepmother. So it's not, you don't have to blame him. So she was all like, oh, okay. Because you know how teachers love to be judgmental and shit. Child, please. But I mean, hearing that story, you might want to be cross-eyed and side-eyed motherfuckers like, wait a minute. How 1 + 1 = 2, why the fuck did you not have him and he was in Miami by himself? So, yeah. So Harrison got a lie for Dexter every chance he get. I don't know. It's something about Harrison I just don't trust or like. So his Spanish teacher come in there, blah, blah, blah. And she's all like speaking Spanish. And he starts speaking Spanish. She's like, oh, how'd you know? He's like, Argentina. She's like, no, I'm from Puerto Rico, whatever. And so he's kind of trying to be a little charmer, And Dexter is just sitting there looking cross-eyed because, he's still that awkward ass little boy. So the principals are like, well, she's going to give him a test to see what level he's at. But after you get that test, you probably will find out more information about your son since you pretty much raised your son. I'm like, okay, fucking teacher shade. Because you don't know what I do. She don't know that Dexter a full-time motherfucking criminal. You keep fucking up, you might fuck around and kill your ass. So, this is what happened when you play with motherfucking Siren. Siren let you get away with stuff when you in your 20s. Now that you in that age bracket that you know better, it's going to be really, really hard to overjump these obstacles. So Dexter runs his ass to the damn police station. So he goes in there, he sees the assistant lady. He was all like, what happened about that case with Matt? Because Angela had to run back here. Like, what did they find? And the assistant lady gonna say, girl, let me tell you what they found. Some cameras. Like, they have cameras of Matt shooting the deer. And Dexter says, like, wait a minute, they had cameras. So in the woods that he be going to and run around in, that's close to his house, has cameras in the woods. So Dexter figured out like, huh? Because you remember Dexter is in our woods too, but he didn't even tell nobody he's in the woods. So I don't know if they even got the angle of Dexter's body or they just got the only angle of Matt's, shooting. But Dexter did walk his ass over there and drag his ass. So I don't know. Sarah make you work hard today, Dexter. So Dexter comes in the office. So Angela's all like, I'm gonna need to talk to you. So he walk in the room, the 3 cops there, the match filers there, and the zoologist guy's there. So he looking like, oh shit, I'm about to go down, blah blah. So Angela asks Dexter, I gotta ask you a couple questions. I'm gonna need your help with something. And Dexter's like, sure, I can help you. So they turn the TV. So he thinking it's gonna be like a camera, camera, like, recording. No, it's like this video thing, but it's like a video thing that tracks like the heat movement and stuff, like for the animals and all that stuff, the movement from the heat and all that bullshit that, they use in the zoo for the animals, because they're monitoring this deer, because the deer is real special. So all they can pick up is the body heat from the deer or this people that's in the woods, because that's what the sensors catches and stuff, the cameras. So they do sense like it's a human body in the video, and that can show that it's Matt because it's a gun. Because in the little video thing with the gun, it's somebody holding a gun. So they ask Dexter, is that the gun that you sold Matt? And Dexter's like, yeah. So then so Dexter's like, who? Okay, then they see me. So the zoologist guy's gonna say, before we saw that part in the video, 20 seconds before or something like that, or after, we see another person that's walking in the woods. So Matt's father's like, oh, did we, but it saw the person's body, body heat and stuff, but it kind of had a blind spot too. So Matt's father's like, oh, did we need to find out who else in the woods? We need to find out who else that person was in the woods. Then that can lead us to find my son and stuff, right? So Dexter looking like, oh shit, like, it's so funny because in 1 second, Dexter would get away with it, and the next second, something else will come up. So it's like, okay, this obstacle will go down, and another obstacle will come up. This obstacle will go. It's like, okay, now you playing tricks on me now. So, and the father, he's just all like, well, I mean, we can prove that he shot the deer, but it's not proving where the fuck my son is at. So yeah, this is just turned into a very sticky situation, especially for Dexter, because they about to catch his motherfucking ass. Camera's about to get Dexter fucked up. So Dexter and seeing Angela, so they back at his house, with the search party thing. Well, now they kind of turned into an investigation now. So he brought her a list of people that have bought a gun this year, because he's not on the list. So he's just trying to do another distraction move. And now Angela starts talking to him about how, that first day she called off the search party because she found the glove. And she's like, that don't even make no sense. And she's like, people don't just disappear. It's always a reason. And for me to call the search party, it's like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like I said in my last review, your ass been in a small ass time being lazy. So you got so used to being fucking lazy and comfortable that you was slipping in these motherfucking cracks being a damn detective. So Dexter gonna say in his head, like, that's what I wanted you to think, But Dexter, you walk around here spraying Windex on rocks and shit. So you can't get nobody to think nothing. Cause baby, we ain't gonna get into Dexter. But yeah. And then Dexter gonna say, well, you're a cop, you're gonna find him. Like, be careful what you manifest. Because you know you the killer, right? You should just nod your head like, oh, okay. Like, you gonna find him. Like, nigga, you the damn killer? You don't want her to find him. So now they got the forensic person at the crime scene. So the guy pulls up and he gets out the car and he looks this shovel, and Dexter just laughing his head like, I was like, don't underestimate these damn people now. Don't underestimate somebody because they look disheveled. Because them motherfuckers be knowing their motherfucking job at the end of the day, though. Except if you have a disheveled fucking lawyer, you're going to prison. So Dexter's all like, oh, can I can help you. He's like, no, he said, can I watch you do the crime scene? Because I love watching crime shows and everything, and I just really don't watch it. So then I know where Matt's father comes. He's like, oh, well, I'm coming too because my son, he's missing. So Dexter's like, oh my God, like this motherfucker. So they get there, and the guy, he's explaining how he getting traces of the blood and stuff, and he's going to take the blood to the lab to see if some of this blood actually from the animal, which is the deer, or is this blood Matt's blood. So he's explaining that to the cop and trying to break it down to him. Child, he didn't did something. He didn't put this damn blood in the damn bottle and shook that bitch up, and he gonna say, this is human. And he said that somebody probably mixed it with human blood. No, trying to mix it with the deer blood to try to manipulate the blood to say that it's, from the deer. So Dexter gonna say and say like, damn, this guy's good. That's why I said, don't you judge book by its cover, because you don't know what people are capable of. Especially you, Dexter, because people judge your ass by the cover. So yeah. He good. So Dexter's girlfriend asked the forensic guy, like, Damien, what you think happened? So Dexter's like, please film me. So the guy was like, the victim came from over there, and the attacker was from over here, right? And he was pointing at the right angles that Dexter was at and where Matt was at. They said they met in the middle where his blood is at. He said the attacker overpowered Matt, which is he's the victim, and they got into a little altercation. And Dexter was like, God damn, I'm investigating these motherfucking country ass people. Yeah, Dexter like, shit, I could have stayed my ass in Miami for this bullshit. How the fuck do y'all know this? Ain't you supposed to be disheveled? So the forensic guy pretty much says that it was foul play. So Angela's like, okay, so we're gonna need Matt's father's blood to test if that's Matt's blood, and then we're gonna have to keep going further in this case. And Dexter like, God damn. And he's pretty much saying that I got pretty rusty because now they didn't damn near crack this goddamn case. So now Dexter got to figure out something else. Let's talk about this old wacky ass goddamn school. So they didn't call Dexter. Dexter didn't shoot back to the damn school about, because they called him about Harrison. He get to the school. He talked to the principal. The principal tells Dexter that Harrison scored the highest out of anybody in the motherfucking school. And they're shocked. And the principal said that when the teacher left the classroom, she came back and he was done with the test in 4 minutes. So Harrison was all like, shit, it was easy. And the lady gonna say, well, I feel like he looked up those answers on his phone. On that big ass test. So then Dexter's all like, he turned around to Harrison like, did you cheat? And then Harrison looked at him like, nigga, I know you ain't asked me if I'm fucking lying. You been fucking lying to everybody in this damn town. So then he was all like, so the principal wants him to retake the test. So Dexter's like, why don't you retake the test to prove that you didn't cheat? So Harrison's all like, thanks for not having my back. So I'm like, first of all, Dexter should have had his back. He should have cussed that motherfucking principal out to the motherfucking high fucking hills in heavens. Don't call me from my motherfucking crime scene that I fucking started to come here and tell me that my motherfucking son's stupid, bitch. Use a dummy. I forgot that damn meme with Monique because I was trying to say it, but I'm not trying to get scrabble. So yeah. So now we back at Dex because Dexter's too damn focused about this damn crime scene, so he can't even focus because his ass goddamn rusty because he ain't supposed to be out here killing motherfuckers. That's why. This is what happened when you a half-time fucking criminal. See, his ass to half-ass criminal shit, and now he about to get caught because he's forgot the whole code of being a full-time motherfucking criminal. It's back to the crime scene. Angela pretty much leaves, and she tells him that they're gonna have to get search dogs. So now he in his house talked to his crazy ass sister that I feel like it's a sexual vibe going on with these motherfuckers. And she's all like, you need to move that body because the dogs are going to find it and it's not about you anymore. So I'm just thinking move that body because it's not about you anymore. So I'm like, okay. Well, he did. First of all, why the fuck did Dexter, he is rusty. Why the fuck did you have that body under the pit when everybody's sitting there working and getting warmed up by? Getting back to Angela, so she called Mr. Krabs because I think this guy is the voice of Mr. Krabs. So she called Matt's father, and she's all like, the DNA sample that we took from you, that is Matt's blood, does prove that that was Matt, that was the victim that got attacked. So he's all upset. So he was all like, well, good, because you was trying to make my son out to be a criminal. And Angela's like, hold on, I didn't backpedal and pussy pop. Your son is a goddamn criminal. He did shoot that damn duck. I said duck, oh child. He did shoot that deer, and that can be a fine to, you can get in trouble. You got to pay a fine and all types of stuff. And the father, like, I don't give a fuck about no motherfucking deer shit. My fucking son is fucking missing shit. And at this point, he might be motherfucking dead. So he's going off on her, and she's all like, well, first of all, I'm doing a search party for your motherfucking child. She didn't say motherfucking child, but this is what I would say. She doing a search party for him, and with no state funding, and she's just getting random volunteers from the fucking town to help. So he's just going off, and she's just trying, because he was all trying to like, so he been saying a little passive aggressive shit to her, like, your people and your people should know that. And it's like, hold on, player, because she the only one helping you now, and it's only 5 people in town that's helping you, so you might need to kind of fuck down, because at the end of the day, Matt was not that boy, that girl, okay? Matt was not that girl. Nobody liked fucking Matt. He was an entitled prick. Like, fuck Matt. But the way she explained it, she was like, pretty much like, he must have shot the deer, and when he shot the deer, the person didn't like it, and it led to other stuff to go on, which was true. He shot that deer, which he almost shot fucking Dexter, and Dexter killed his ass. So, yeah, at nighttime at the search party, and that he was gonna go dig up this boy's body, which in the bag is his clothes. So he took his jacket out the bag. He went to the crime scene. He's running around the crime scene. So he's running around the whole woods with the damn jacket, like a fucking flower girl, fucking wedding day. And he's trying to like give a scent, like, cause first they found the glove, now they're gonna find a scent. It's like, this not making no sense. The day before they found the glove, and now the next, 2 days later, now they're gonna find the scent or his jacket or whatever like that. The scent he's trying to lead them off. It's just not gonna be adding up, especially as a cop. My thing is, he need to get rid of the motherfucking body. He has the body that's chilling there, buried under the fire pit thing. So, yeah, Dexter rusty as hell. He should never did this shit. His ass need to go flee to Miami. I remember that girl I told you about the last episode, how she was locked up in this room. So now we go back to her scene, and she's locked up in this room, and the guy that's been watching her, he decides to get his coat on, his face mask and everything, so he unlocks her door. So he likes to kidnap people and I guess release them and hunt them down like prey. So he unlocks the door. She runs out the hallway, and she runs outside. And baby, she should have been blitzing that motherfucker, or blitzing or something like that. So she's running in a straight ass fucking line like prey, and the guy ends up shooting her. Now, looking at this guy's build, I don't think it's the one guy from last episode that was real creepy that had all the money. Now I'm starting to feel like, is this Matt's father? Because he kind of built like Matt's father. And Matt's father just got that bad news about his son. And it wouldn't be shocking that he is a killer, because he does own that logging land and everything. I mean, when I tell you this guy that kidnapped the girl had a whole setup, get up, had a whole chamber, doors. So for this person to have all this equipment and stuff, he clearly got to have money and access to a lot of things. And then he had a gun that kind of mimicked the gun that Matt bought from the store. Well, that's not the same gun that Matt had, but Matt's father is real good friends with the people at the gun store and everything. So, see, if Matt's father's the killer, what comes around comes back around for your motherfucking ass. So, in the midst of him shooting that girl, Dexter Stoner was running around here looking like a fucking madman with his damn jacket. And Dexter wants to say to his head, thank goodness I'm not pregnant, because hunters like to get up early. So, yeah. So Dexter tried to do that whole run around the woods and stuff to throw off the scent for the dogs with his jacket. I'm like, Dexter, you try to run around the big ass woods. Child, the last time you tried to do some shit like that, you didn't know they had cameras up there in the fucking tree. That shit ain't gonna fucking work. So now he didn't drop Harrison off. So now he in the car talking to himself, which is his damn sister. But nobody sees his damn sister except him. And she's all like, what you gonna do with the body? Like, you need to get rid of the body. And he's trying to figure out what's going on. And she's like, it's somewhere you can throw this body in this small ass town. So, cause when he was in the city, he had that big ass water. So she was all like, why you throw him in the church river? I'm like, how cliche, girl. Like, he gonna say that is so far ago. I'm like, first of all, he throw his body in the church river, then he might as well just put his hands behind his fucking back. So Dexter's still trying to figure out where to put this boy's body at. Child, we will never know. So now we get to Harrison. Harrison at school, and Harrison is talking to the little boy that's being catfished early in the episode. So he tells the little boy, like, yeah, you being catfished, little girl you met online is not real. And you being catfished by fucking Zach, which he's a little asshole. And the guy was all like, why are you telling me this? And Harrison gonna say, because guys like that need to be on top of the food chain. I'm like, that's damn skippy. Bully ass motherfuckers don't. They need to be checked. So yeah. And then so Harrison gonna make some issues in school. I could tell, especially with them boys. Something gonna happen between him and them boys. I feel like they gonna be in the woods or fighting or something gonna happen. And I feel like this is gonna turn to a whole messy situation, because you gotta remember, Dexter is his daddy. Okay, Dexter is his daddy, so he got some killer in him too, and he gonna get into it with them boys. Got a case Dexter, not like he got a case child. So Dexter is meeting with the cops to explain. They question Dexter about the whole situation. So it's like, so when's the last time people said that they have saw you in the woods recently and you hunt a lot, but you don't have a hunting license? So Dexter's like, oh, I don't hunt. I hike. He said, but they said you have a gun. So why do you have a gun when you hike? Oh, for my protection. So the cop is looking at him like, mind you, this is a black cop. The cop he talked to was the cop that's a cop, okay? Don't let the nice smile fool you. So he was all like, since you work at the gun store, he turns on the video with the guy that they said that was another guy that was in the woods. What type of gun? Look at this video thing. What type of gun would you guess this is? And he said some fucking name, because I'm not into fucking guns, y'all. Shit, looking at that damn video, I couldn't tell if they had a gun or not, or a heat ray. So Dexter's like, everybody has that in town, so that that gun's kind of be hard to find. So the guy's like, oh, okay. So he said, so allegedly when you was hunting, hiking. So that means when he said, well, allegedly when you was hunting, hiking, that means he don't believe it. He think that's not. First of all, if you hiking, you ain't carrying no damn gun with you. Like, at the most, you might carry some pepper spray or a knife. So he said, so where was you at? Was you in the woods the day that, Matt was in the woods or missing? He said, no, I was in my cabinet. He said, alone? He said, well, I live alone. He said, so you was there all day? And Dexter's like, yeah, until I had to go to work. So the cop guys look at him like, okay. Like, Dexter is lying. Child, he is lying as bad as people in that COVID fucking relief fucking fund. Like, he is lying. Ooh, he rusty. He is rusty. He need to read a book called Killing for Dummies now. Because shit, you forget that Dexter used to be a killer. Dexter's son is not be played with, okay? So Dexter's son, Harrison, told Ethan, the little boy that he's helping, that updated him that he was getting catfish. So Ethan, the little nerdy boy, ended up sending the jock guy, Zach, a video of him kind of fucking some damn animal, like a donkey. So Ethan kind of flicked him off and stuff. So Zach got mad because his friend saw it. So he said, who the fuck do you think you are, you fucking virgin? Da-da-da. So he's getting ready to run over there to go punch the little nerdy boy, Ethan. And Harrison jumps in front of him and snatched his motherfucker up. He bear clawed his motherfucking neck, okay? So Zach, he all like, Harrison like, if you try that again, pretty much I'm gonna fuck you up. So Zach pretty much got dog check from Harrison. So then Zach homeboy try to come over there and they trying to get up in Harrison's face, and Harrison like, I'll fuck you up too. So they back up because they like, hold on, this motherfucker. When he said that he was growing up in Argentina and his stepmother died, I just know that Harrison's Dexter's son. This motherfucker is capable of doing certain stuff just like Dexter. And when he took that test in school, he had the highest test in the whole school. Okay, the highest score. So he is not no. Harrison is more than meets the eye with Harrison and what he's telling Dexter. So Harrison's hanging out with Dexter's girlfriend's daughter. So they end up going to this meat store, right, with the butcher, because she need to go get some meat because her mother's supposed to be cooking some meal tonight and they need some meat. So the butcher talking and rambling his mouth, and he's all like, I sure can't wait till your mother gets that that buck out my freezer. And she said, what? So she ended up opening up in this door, and he's like, don't open the door. So she runs in the back of the freezer section, in the back, and they got this motherfucking buck hanging upside down. I'm tired of seeing this fucking buck dead like this. This is so fucking disturbing. So she's all like, I can't fucking believe this shit. I can't fucking believe it, bitch. I'm fucking offended. And then this buck is in the freezer next to all the other meat that they be giving the townspeople. What the barbaric shit is this? Ew. This buck for the whole, evidence thing, but oh my god, it's disgusting. It's really disgusting. Tell you about this little creepy motherfucker. So y'all know that Harrison is with Dexter's girlfriend's daughter. So she's driving down the street and her car start acting real funky because it's janky, and her car stops. So she had to get out and she's trying to fix the car thing, but she tells Harrison when they get out, can you call the mechanic or whatever, because the bars over here is not working, so I'll meet you out down the street and call him, right? So Harrison walking down the street with the phone to go call the mechanic guy. So she's trying to fix the car thing, right? So to miss her fixing the car and going on the hood, tell me why this old weird motherfucker Olsen, the one from last episode, right? He's still giving me killer vibes, even if he wasn't killing that other girl. So let me tell you what Stranger No Stranger ass did. He gets out the car and he's all like, wow, it seems like you need some help. You want me to give you a ride? The fuck? Like, you want to get her a piece? Then he did the oldest shit in the book. Well, if you don't want to ride, you can sit in my car. You know, I got drinks and food and candy. What child molester bullshit is you? What the fuck? And so she's all like, I know who you are. And he's just giving me like, stranger no stranger, like stranger danger. Like, it was just creepy. And it's just weird that how Harrison left and here he come pulling up out of nowhere like he been watching her or following her or something like this. Something about this Mr. Holston guy is very weird, and he knows something about her mother, Iris, that went missing. Saturn is on his motherfucking ass like some fucking macaroni and cheese, child. So Dexter, tired ass, went hiking, okay? Because he's trying to find a place to, I don't know, hide the fucking rock or hide the fucking body. So he went hiking and he found some mine place, right, in the woods. And he went in there and he checked it out. You know, it's giving very mine. Oh, nobody really comes here. And he was walking, he almost fell into this deep ass hole, but he caught himself. So he took this rock to see how deep the hole is, and the hole was really deep. So he's standing there, he's all like, oh, I missed the peace and quiet and all this stuff, right? He said, you know, this mine might have to work, and because they had this big hole here. In the midst of him standing there, this big ass fucking bear come out of nowhere. Tell me why this motherfucker is running down the motherfucking street like his name is Shaggy motherfucker Scooby-Doo, screaming. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna call this show the crazy adventures of Dexter, because this shit is turned into a fucking comedy though. This is so funny. Like, you have a killer town that's like real organized and everything, but Dexter is giving me killing for dummies. Like, it's hilarious. Like the ends of the world that he's trying to go to get rid of this one motherfucking body. That's what happened when Saturn catch up to your motherfucking ass. Because when you was 20, you was allowed to get away with all this shit. Now that your ass is up to age that you know better, now you can't get away with it. After Dexter had to run for his motherfucking life, he get a call from his girlfriend. She's all like, I'm cooking dinner. I wonder if you want to come over. And he's like, oh, really? And she's like, yeah, I'm tired, especially since I got to cook for Harrison too. And he's like, Harrison's coming over? And she's like, yeah. Tell you why Dexter put the phone down to the ground and said, fuck. I'm telling you, I'm about to call this shit the wacky adventures of motherfucking Dexter. This shit gets funnier and funnier. Child, when that karma come back hard. So now we get back to Dexter's son Harrison. So he's in his little bathroom, which is his room, and he get a text from he FaceTime an old boy, Ethan, the nerdy boy from school, and Ethan's all like, I always fantasized of beating Zach's ass, but seeing you beat Zach's ass has made me so happy, blah, blah. So Harrison's like, yeah, fuck them. And Ethan, the nerdy boy, is like, oh, can I show you these pictures? Like what I dream of doing to Zach and all this stuff. So Ethan's like, sure, show me pictures. Because the little boy can draw. Tell me why he showed him the pictures, Harrison, all these pictures, right? And all these pictures had like blood and him stabbing them, chopping their neck off, chopping their legs. It was just real gruesome. And Harrison looking like, I'm sorry, but when a nerdy ass white boy told me some shit like that, yeah, and those be the ones that bring a gun to school and start shooting up everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my distance from play, okay? I ain't gonna bug your ass, because that's not my character, but keep my eye on your ass, because you give me baby killer. You giving me how Dexter Daddy acting right now, running around here in circles, trying to figure out what to do. So, now we get into, they at this dinner table and they talking, and they so now they at the dinner table talking, And Dexter's girlfriend's daughter is talking about how this one girl is posting a crime scene and everything. And the mother said, what? And she showed a picture of the girl. She's like real popular in the podcast world. Was she talking about me, girl? But she real popular in the podcast world. And she breaks down true crimes and stuff. And she's like, everybody knows who she is and everything. And how Dexter's girlfriend's daughter like watching her and everything. So she's like, fuck, now this shit's like online and everything. So now I guess she's going to dedicate a whole episode about Matt. So I guess Matt was kind of popular or has some type of fame. So yeah, I kind of figured that girl was some fucking 20, podcaster or somebody in media, because she did not come there to go search nothing. First I thought she was a reporter though. But I'm like, nah, social media fits her better. So yeah. The dinner table, Dexter's girlfriend's daughter was talking to them, and she was all like, we need to get that buck from the back of the freezer thing, and we need to, bury that animal with honor and stuff. So, because it's part of their culture, because they're supposed to be Native American Mexican. And so Dexter, next, Dexter's in his head, because Dexter lives in his head, and his son asked, well, can you move the deer's body? So Dexter said, what body, what? He said, the deer's body, can you put it in your truck? And Dexter said, sure. And Audrey, Dexter's girlfriend's daughter, gonna say, well, can you, we're going to do it tonight, because I talked to them, we're going to do it tonight. So they end up getting all the Native American Mexicans to come up here, and they was going to, have this ritual and burn the buck's body as a form of honor and stuff, because it's a part of their Mexican Native American culture. Because they be trying me with these damn Mexicans playing Native American. Now, this is goddamn insult, because bitch, I'm a motherfucking Native American. This is okay, so after the little ritual thing, he gets in the car and he talks to Harrison in the car, and he tells Harrison, listen, I was wrong for not having your back, and starting today, I have your back, son. So Harrison turns around and said, thank you, Dad. I really appreciate that. So Dexter, he getting butterflies, like, oh my God, he called me Daddy. Like, what's up, So after that situation, Dexter's in his head, he's like, I wish my problems with the whole Matt's body thing can go up in flames. So, because he couldn't go back to the mine because the bear was there. So that was a hell no. So he was like, wait a minute. Why not throw him in a fire by some old ass, I don't know, some factory thing. So he throws him in this fire thing. And I'm thinking to myself, Dex, you rusty as hell. You just thought about throwing this motherfucker in the fire after what, 2 fucking weeks later? So he throws him in the fire, and now Dexter feel like his problems is all gone. That messy bitch. So whatever he threw the body that he threw in the fire, Matt's body in this factory thing, it went up to this little thing. So when the fire burnt the body, his body turned to ashes, and the ashes ran through this factory, which ran through the whole town and the sky and stuff, because the factory is like in the middle of the town. So when you see all these particles in the air, it's Matt's ashes. This motherfucker is a messy bitch. And I'm looking like, I'm thinking to myself, is that Matt ashes spraying around the whole town? So yeah. So next, Dexter ends up pulling up to going to town. He sees Matt's father's drunk. Matt's father's like celebrating. He's like, why is he celebrating? Isn't something supposed to be dead? And Matt's father tells Dexter, I FaceTime my son. He's alive. And and Dexter's just smiling like, that's unbelievable. Wow. And I'm like, wait a minute. What you talking about? He alive. And put this boy's body in a fucking fire, and it went up to the damn tube, and now his ashes are spreading all over the fucking town. Child. So yeah, this episode of Dexter was really good. Episode 3, season 1, it was really good. And a lot of things stood out to me before I end this whole podcast this review, which is Angela's people don't fuck with her because they mad at her about Iris, and how when Iris was missing, nobody was searching for her like that, or put effort into finding her. B, her daughter Aubrey, the billionaire guy, he has this weird type of obsession with her daughter, and yeah, we need to watch him, because I don't liking how he following this little girl around. And C, Dexter's son is not to be motherfucking fucked with, okay? He is Dexter, the upgrade version. It's like Dexter's Batman and his son's Batman Beyond. So you gotta watch out for that son, because that son is something else. And D, the last one, not least, make sure y'all like and subscribe, and y'all know what to do. So yeah, this is done. This is my review on Dexter, episode 3, season 1. Dexter's Wacky Adventures. That's what I'm fucking call this goddamn shit. But Dexter's New Blood. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it. So yeah, thanks. And bye. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and check the description box and everything. So that's it for this review.